Alright guys, today I'm really excited because we have a special guest in the Alpha M house. His name is Tristano. Tristano goes by the name TGV and he hosts the YouTube channel The Urban Gentry. Now a lot of you guys know about it, but some of you may not. And here's the deal. Tristano is talking about the finer things. And if you haven't seen any of his videos, I highly recommend going and checking out his YouTube channel. There's a link down below. Alright, so for this first collaboration video, I thought it'd be a good starting point for Tristano to go over his top picks in various price point ranges, because there are a lot of great watches out there that, you know, some, yes, you do have to spend a lot of money, but others you don't. So we're breaking the video up into three basic parts. You've got the lower end price range, under $200, from $400 to $1,500, and then from like $3 to $4 grand up to around $9,000. So hopefully this video will give you some ideas. If you're looking for a new watch or you're looking to add to a collection, Tristano, he is a lover of watches, and so hopefully some of his insight and his favorites can give you and help point you in the right direction. So without any further ado, I give you the Urban Gentry.
Okay, hi guys, my name is TGV and I'm the host of the Urban Gentry channel. And today I'm very honored and privileged to be bringing you this video in collaboration with my good friend Aaron Marino of the Alpha M project. Now, as you can tell by my foreign accent, I am indeed British. I was born and raised in London and I currently live and work in New York City. My channel focuses on lifestyle, culture, and one of my biggest passions and hobbies, which is horology, or layman's terms, basically timepieces. And it's this particular subject that I'm here to discuss with you today. There's never been a better time than the present day to buy a wristwatch. There's just so many great brands out there, so many fantastic designs to choose from. The really good thing is that you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a really good wristwatch. With a little bit of know-how and some smart buying, you can get some truly amazing timepieces. So what I've done today is I've selected 9 different timepieces in 3 different price ranges. The first watch we're going to look at today is the Seiko SKX 007. Now Seiko is an extremely successful and innovative company from Japan. This is an automatic watch, so it's powered by the movement of your wrist. It contains a 21 jewel 7S26 movement, which is widely regarded as an extremely reliable and robust mechanism. So this is the second watch we're going to talk about today, and this is the Orient Bambino. And I actually just recently reviewed one of these on my channel. And this, believe it or not, is the cheapest watch we'll be looking at today. This cost me $120 including shipping. And it's just a very classic dress watch. Not a sports watch, so hasn't got the water resistance as the previous piece. Again, it is automatic. It's all in-house movement, so really fantastic quality. The third watch we'll talk about is the Seiko SNA 411. Now this is an aviation watch, so again a whole different style. Very complicated, busy design, but the outer bezel is very useful. I actually use it for currency conversions, but being an aviation watch, it was designed primarily to calculate fuel consumption, speed, distance calculations, that kind of stuff. This has a ton of features, from a chronograph, which is used to like a stopwatch. It has a sub-dial at the bottom that can also display a second time zone. This is a quartz piece, so unlike the previous two, this is powered by a battery. So now we're going to look at slightly more expensive pieces. The first we'll look at is a classic American brand, Hamilton, and a very kind of tasteful, iconic American brand. And in my opinion, their best watch, or my favorite of their watches, is the Hamilton Khaki King Auto. Now this is an automatic, Swiss made, so we have a ETA 2834-2 movement inside. Quite a versatile design. This looks great on leather, on a steel bracelet, and even on a NATO strap. Okay, so my second recommendation in the kind of mid-range category is the Oris Aquis. Now this is one of my personal favorite watches of all time. I adore this brand and I adore this watch. I just love its design. It's extremely robust. It's a diver watch, so it's water resistant to 300 meters. So it's a Swiss made automatic. And these go for around about 1,000 all the way up to several thousand, depending on you know, the configuration and what features you want. Now the third in the mid-range, in my mid-range recommendations here, is the Squale reference 1521, and I'm actually wearing my Squale right now. This is the Squale right here. Again, we have an ETA movement inside, so it's Swiss made, very reliable. These tend to go for around about the $900 mark. Okay, so now let's look at the high-end pieces. Now all of these watches start at about $4,000, 4,000 US dollars, and go all the way up to 10,000 US dollars and beyond. Okay, the first watch we're going to look at in this price range is the Rolex Datejust. Now Rolex, obviously no introduction is needed. They're one of the most iconic, prestigious, well-regarded brands, not just as a watch brand but as a brand in general. Their history and innovation in the watch industry is without comparison. Now the great thing about the watches at this level is they have a much stronger resale value, and if you are looking for something to hand down to the next generation, then a Rolex is probably the best way to go. I love the sophistication of the steel version with white gold numerals on the dial. The second watch we're going to look at in this higher end price bracket is the Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. Now the clue is obviously in the name. It's one of the most prestigious and iconic watches of all time. It was worn by all the top astronauts, and you'll see it even in films like Gravity and Apollo 13, you'll see it. It's truly a classic design that looks equally good in a suit as it does with just casual wear. Okay, so now we come to the last watch in my recommendations, and this is probably the most, well, scrap that, it is the most iconic watch of all time, and this is the Rolex Submariner. Famous predominantly by the James Bond franchise, and I'm talking about the early films. In fact, the very first James Bond film, Dr. No, Sean Connery wore one of these, well, an older version of one of these. It just embodies everything that I adore about high-end Swiss watchmaking. The quality is second to none. The style, the design is impeccable. The construction, I mean, when you spend this much money on a timepiece, you really do see where that money goes. And it's a timepiece that will always be in demand. Its style is timeless. Okay guys, so that's my top 9 recommendations in 3 different price ranges. There should be something for everybody in there. Of course, there's a million more watches I can recommend, but I think we'll save it for another day. If you want to know more, see more reviews, unboxings, discussions on watches, then please check out my channel, The Urban Gentry, and it's on YouTube. It's free to subscribe, of course. And I just want to say a big thank you to Aaron for having me. Absolute honor and a pleasure, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Take care. Ciao.
I need a better accent. That's all there is to it. He could talk about anything and I'd be mesmerized. It just sounds cooler coming from him. Anyway, guys, me? Want to check out my watch? Yeah, right there, the Luminox. I've had this thing for years. I've loved it. It's a very casual watch. There's a link to it down in the description. Comes in a bunch of colors, but just wanted to share what I'm wearing. Anyway, guys, also in the description, his YouTube channel, The Urban Gentry. Go check it out, subscribe. He's offering some great advice and covering some things that I don't. If you guys like this, please reach out, let me know. My hope is that we can have him do some other reviews, get a little bit more specific. Instead of doing such a broad video covering so many, maybe dive in, get a little bit more granular on watches, because I know a lot of you are into it. And now, according to my watch, it's time to go. Thanks for watching.